So this is the promise video I made to you guys a while ago, Australia's due diligence video. I hope you enjoy it. This took me probably at least 20 hours to make, so I hope you enjoy this video, because it was a lot of effort.
Hello and welcome. Lately, Kevin has been spending vast amounts of time researching Australis Capital. He has probably put in around a total of 15 hours poring over documents and charts related to Australis Capital. If it's not too much trouble, please hit that like button and please share this video across the web, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, and other forms of social media. Disclosure: me and Kevin both have stocks in this company and are long-term shareholders in this company. Could this particular company's stocks drop even further? Absolutely, because anything is possible when it comes to stock markets. So please take note, the views expressed here are just our opinions. Looking into Australis Capital, they have $80 million worth of assets alone. If the stock price drops below 50 cents, Australia's market price responds accordingly, listing it cheaper than it really is. Kevin believes that purchasing Australis Capital stock under 50 cents is a bargain. Quick recap of how Australis Capital came to be. Aurora wanted to expand, invest, and operate in the United States, but they couldn't do so. They were only allowed to trade in the United States, so they decided to establish an independent company called Australis Capital to operate in the States on their behalf. Australis went public on September 19, 2018 and started trading on the Canadian Securities Exchange under the symbol AUSA and on the over-the-counter OTC in the States under the symbol AUSAF. The reason why Australis Capital is not traded on the larger exchanges such as the New York Stock Exchange or the Toronto Stock Exchange is because being publicly traded on those companies will not let them operate in the United States. Why? Because cannabis is still, as of the making of this video, federally illegal. The OTC and the Canadian Securities Exchange are the two exchanges that allow companies to operate across multiple states. Australis launched at a time when the cannabis market was incredibly aggressive. All shareholders of Aurora received 1 share and warrant of AUSA for every 34 shares they own of Aurora. When Australis went public, their initial public offering started with 85 million shares. On the very first day, Australis Capital started trades, the stock price started at $10 and skyrocketed all the way to $16. At the end of the trading day, the stock price dropped all the way to $3. There's absolutely no answer to why the stock price spiked and dropped as it did the very first day. But Kevin's theory suggests that wealthy investors started investing large sums of money to take advantage of the entire situation. Regular investors, seeing how fast the stock price rose, started investing too. At the end of that trading day, the wealthy investors started selling and plummeted the stock price. Those who invested day one of the IPO lost who knows how much money. Some people are forced to hang on for dear life, hoping the stock recovers, essentially turning them into what is known as bag holders. The same thing happened with Canopy Rivers, which burnt Kevin, because Kevin was stupid and didn't understand how the stock market worked. On October 1st, 2019, just before the stock crashed to 64 cents, Australis managed to raise an additional $30 million, putting them at $49 million in cash. Over the course of 1 year of being public, Australis has been actively looking at companies to invest into and buy out. Some of these investments were recommendations from Aurora Cannabis. When you are investing into a company, it's very important to know the CEO's background and experience. The CEO of Australis has 25 years of experience evaluating companies and markets. Scott Doughty knows what to look for in pushing businesses ahead and what drives growth and profit in today's competitive market. He has held executive and corporate officer positions with several US-based New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ-traded companies and founded several successful startup companies in North America and abroad. Overall, his background looks impressive. I believe he can continue to successfully run Australis Capital despite the entire cannabis market sector being continually under pressure. As of July 1st, 2019, Australis Capital owns 37.7% of BAM at an average of 55 cents per share, which happens to be one of their best investments so far. Body and Mind is a small multi-state operator that focuses on edibles and high-quality cannabis products. They currently have operations in Nevada, California, Arkansas, and Ohio. On February 26, 2019, Australis Capital acquired Mr. Natural for 1.3 million USD and royalty payments based on future performance incentives. Mr. Natural is a multiple award-winning medical and recreational cannabis brand based in California. At the time, Mr. Natural already had several offers to be bought out, but sold to Australis Capital at the recommendation of Aurora CEO Terry Booth because they liked how Australis prioritizes the quality of their products. May 21st, 2019, Australis announced that it's going to purchase Green Therapeutics LLC plus land for around 12 million shares. Australis is going to start building a facility to grow, cultivate, and process high-quality cannabis. Just to cultivate 55,000 square feet of the 300,000 square feet of growing space will cost them an estimated $12 million US. When the entire operation is completed, they expect to use Mr. Natural, Green Therapeutics, and BAM expertise to grow and process high-quality cannabis. On the technical side of business, on October 29, 2019, Australis acquired Rhythm to facilitate their software and online part of their business. Australis has also made multiple smaller investments into other companies, which I will not get into the boring details. Australis is always actively looking to acquire companies they think they will add shareholder value. One day, Australis could become a multi-state operator similar to Australis Capital, which did not start out as a multi-state operator. In conclusion, I think Australis offers a lot of upside potential. I truly believe investing into Australis Capital at 50 to 60 cents is similar to investing into Aurora when it was 40 to 60 cents back in the day. The fact that Aurora was worth $45 million when it first IPO'd and is now traded on the New York Stock Exchange and is worth $3+ billion is the reason why I'm optimistic about how Australis could become similar to Aurora in the future. Some people don't have the tolerance for high-risk investments, but for those who do, this company could make you a lot of money. At least this is what I truly believe when the United States become federally legal. Blaze Capital, another YouTube channel being paid to promote Australis Capital and Body and Mind, is hinting at a huge piece of news in the works which they claim will create a stock explosion. Even without this piece of news, I believe that if Aurora stock recovers, Australis will recover as well. Before I go, I want to remind you that I'm not a financial advisor, that there's risk and uncertainty in all stocks, but I also believe that it can be very rewarding if you pick the right companies. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe button for future updates.
I hope you enjoyed that. So now I'm going to share to you guys how much shares I have of Australis. So this is exactly how many shares I have. This number was, because this number is a little weird because I was given some shares as a shareholder of Aurora, but I've been buying more as the stock price drops. So this is my average price for this stock, and this is the current price. This one is the highest right here, 53.399, 229,000 shares. So in total, I have about 300, almost like 350,000, almost more than 350,000, like 365,000. So, I'm actually happy with the amount of shares I have. But let's say if the scenario Australis somehow goes all the way down to, I don't know, 30 cents, then I might even end up with 500,000 shares, because if Australis goes down to 30 cents, what would that make Aurora? That would make Aurora go down to $2 or $1.50, because the shareholders in Australis they might end up selling if Aurora stock goes down. So this will make Australis even cheaper. So I'm gonna hold out. I might sell some shares. I don't know yet. But if the scenario it drops all the way down to I don't know, let's say 35 cents or 30 cents, I'm going to end up probably with 500,000 shares in this company. And then after that, I'm just going to hold it and hope that this company, hope for the best. But who knows? At the end of the day, the stock market could do anything. Australis could go down to 10 cents. I really don't think it will. It would make absolutely no sense. But, you know, you never know in the stock market. It's just sometimes weird shit can happen. So, I don't think Australia is going to go down to 10 cents. I think it could make another leg lower. We could see 30 to 40 cents sometime in the future, especially if Aurora keeps going down. If that is a scenario, I will end up having 500,000 shares, and then I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait until, you know, the U.S. legalization. At that point, I'm not even going to touch it anymore. I'm just going to leave my 500,000 shares, and I'm just going to leave it alone. See what happens. So, I don't know. If it dropped to like 20 cents, I might buy some more. So if it goes down to like 30 to 40 cents, I'll pick up 500,000. And then if it goes down to like 20 cents, 20 to 30 cents, I might pick up a little bit more, because at the end of the day, the return on investment would be extremely huge if it went down to 20 cents. It's totally possible, but I don't know if it will happen. So we'll see though. That's a warning, right? Just be careful. The stock market is very, very dangerous. The only reason why Australia's dropped all the way down to 46 cents is because Aurora dropped. Aurora fell that day, and it fell in the morning, and I knew Australia was going to fall, so I had money ready to buy a bunch of Australia shares at around 40. It was lower. It was like 44 cents and 45 cents. And then I bought a little bit more at around 47 cents. So, yeah, I have a decent amount of shares, and if it keeps going down, I'll have 500,000. And if it keeps going down, I may even have like more than 500,000, maybe like 600, 700,000. I don't know. To me, the CEO looks like he has a lot of experience. Like if you look at the CEO background, you know, Scott Daly's background, you know, according to this, he was, you know, he held executive and corporate office position in several U.S.-based New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ traded companies, and founded several successful startup companies in North America and abroad. So it's not his first time in the market. He's been around for a while. He probably knows a ton of rich people, and you know, I think at a certain time the stock could skyrocket. But again, this is all my opinion. I don't know at the end of the day. I don't know what will happen if Aurora continues to decline further. It could plummet Australia, so then that would just give me a buying opportunity. I mean, I think right now, I think the price is good. It's a good price, because if we look at of course it can go down lower. Anything's possible, but if we look at the market cap, it's $75 million, and they have total assets of $80 million. They have cash on the balance sheet. They don't have a huge burn rate, and you know, they're building a 55,000 square foot facility. When Aurora was 45 cents, what did it have? It was just finishing up its construction on its what is it? Aurora Mountain facility, and then in around 2016 they got the sales license, and they started selling, and then the stock went up, and they announced the Aurora Sky, and it just kind of stabilized, and then all of a sudden Constellation Brand came in, invested into Constellation Brand. All the stocks exploded. There was a huge Canopy created a huge bubble. I also think that, you know, some really, for Aurora to move up from 220 all the way up to 1049 US, there must have been super rich investors in this, super rich investors, because I don't think a bunch of small retail investors are going to gather up and be like, okay, let's go pump Aurora stock to $14. Yeah! No, there's big money that came into the sector, giving Aurora the opportunity to make acquisitions and grow massively as a company. And now the company is struggling because earnings are bad, Canopy's earnings are bad, the entire sector is bad, Canada's market is not turning out to what investors thought at the beginning, and that's what led off to this sell-off. But Cannabis 2.0 is coming in, and if it does do well, this could take this could bring the stock back up quite dramatically. We will see though, but there's a lot of competition in Canada, and Aurora, has way too much production and not selling enough cannabis, and that is a concern. That's a big concern moving forward. So that's all I really have to say about that. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe for future updates and give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. Bye.